Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for you today. Apologies for the delay. Usually these videos go out on Saturday afternoon for Europe or morning for the United States. But unfortunately on Friday when I usually film these videos, I had an allergic reaction to something, so I could barely stand up or make any video or talk. So I went to sleep super early, could not film at all. So apologies for the delay, but I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. So as always, a quick summary of what happened with Tesla during this week. And then at the end, we're obviously going to talk a bit about the expectations, can speculate about what might happen next week, March 1st, Investor Day. Huge day for Tesla investors, but Tesla, the company as a whole. Of course, do share your expectations down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. If you want to support me even further, you can check out the links down in the description or in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. So we're starting off with this right here. Great visual representation by Visual Capitalist on Twitter. So retail investors' most popular stocks as of February 15, 2023. Huge lead here for Tesla, $9.75 billion of retail net flows year to date, followed by the S&P 500 ETF, Amazon, Apple. We then have Nvidia, the QQQ, Alphabet, AMD, Meta, and then closing it off with Microsoft. So here again, a good representation that, well, retail investors are behind Tesla. Then, of course, there's no weekly video summary without talking about some rumors about the next location for Tesla, whether it's Indonesia or Mexico. But now for Mexico, well, there is some competition there. There is competition because a lot of states, let's say in Mexico, want Tesla to go there. Now, of course, in Mexico, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but some locations have problems with water. There is no reason for Tesla to go to a location or to an area where there are water issues, where there are droughts, because you need a lot of water to operate those factories. Second of all, there are some risks attached to that, to the locations that they pick, right? Political risks, gang risks. It's still Mexico. In some locations, things are still not up to date to 2023. So you all have to take that into consideration. But to me, I'm pretty tired to talk about the, let's say, rumored locations or what might be happening, because each and every week we have, oh, Tesla is talking with the president is saying this, the president is saying that, whether it's Mexico or Indonesia. So until we get a clear statement from Tesla, right now these are just rumors. Then some good news, and I mean, no surprises there, right? Ross Gerber, the so-called Tesla bull, plans to withdraw his run from a position on Tesla's board. Now, if we're being honest, you and me had the same probability of getting on Tesla's board, in all honesty, right? What does Ross bring to the table? Nothing. Beside lies and calling, well, Palantir a NAZI platform. Remember that video when he went on Dave Lee's channel? Well, that kind of person does not deserve a seat on Tesla's board. Maybe he deserves a seat on Nikola's board. Up next, we obviously have the Tesla Made in China weekly insured units by Moneyball here. So that reached 5,913. Out of those, Model Ys 4,334 and 1,579 Model 3s. Of course, yeah, this is less than expected. BYD had more, but then again, BYD is not really always building cars in the price ranges of Tesla. Plus, it's not all EV, so you can't really always compare both. But since the comparison is out there, I had to mention it. But then again, we all know that Tesla uses this time to export a lot of cars, and towards the end of the quarter, let's see if this changes something. Then, with regards to Tesla in Denmark, so Tesla has lowered the price of the Model 3 rear-wheel drive and long range in Denmark by around $4,268. Now we have some more context here by Matthias. Prior to today's price reduction of the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive and long range, Danes would only have to pay around 3% premium, so that's around $2,000, to get a Model Y instead of a Model 3. January 2023 sales data showed that this led Danes to buy the Model Y hand over fist, 481 sales, whereas Tesla only sold 8 Model 3s. Then I have to give a little shout out to Belgium. So in Belgium, 40 megapack units replace an old World War II turbojet generator from the 1950s making it one of the largest energy store systems in Europe. Belgium rarely does something that makes a lot of sense. They usually have weird decisions, but hey, when they do something good, we have to praise them for sure. So congrats there. And then of course we have to talk about what everybody has been talking these past couple of days after the Engineering HQ event on Tesla's YouTube page. They leaked, or maybe they didn't leak, maybe this was a mistake. Let me tell you this right now. These type of things are no mistakes, right? It's never a mistake. I've seen this a lot with gaming companies. When suddenly they leak something by mistake, it's never a mistake. It's done on purpose to create some buzz. Now, for those that remember, some sketches here are very, very familiar to the ones that we've got from, well, the China studios, so the car that will be made solely for the Chinese market. If not, it will pop up right now on the screen. It looks pretty close to what we're seeing here on the screen and in the video. That doesn't mean that this might not happen. That doesn't mean that this is not a potential Model 2 and maybe a little preview to what might be announced on Wednesday. We don't know. This is just speculations right now. Maybe these are old sketches for a Model Y, a Model 3 refresh, who knows. But just so we're clear, this type of leaks or sneak peeks are never done by mistake. Never. But we're going to talk about the event a bit later in this video. Then we have some news here by Alex. So Volkswagen cancels all new BEV factories in Europe. They're saying here, so we're not going to build new electrical factories in Europe. We're going to transform the existing ones. Of course, on paper, this looks like a logical thing to do, right? It saves you time. Why build a complete new one? If we have old ones, we just have to transform them, right? We just have to transform an ICE factory into an EV making one. We know, Tesla investors, we know that this is really not the way to go. It's the easy way out. It's certainly not going to get you to the efficiencies of Tesla Shanghai, of Berlin, of Austin, and of all the other potential factories that Tesla will build. This is just not the way to go. It's, again, one step forward, two steps back by companies like Volkswagen. And then last thing, of course, Tesla's Investor Day, March 1st. Huge day for the company and for investors as well, right? The expectations are sky high right now. If you've been following, well, the Tesla YouTubers or the just mainstream media, maybe, well, mainstream media doesn't really know much, but the people on Twitter talking about Tesla all the time, you know, two things are expected. A lot of information with regards to the energy side of the business. I mean, we're due to get more information with regards to that. On the other side, you have the camp of, well, they're going to announce a Model 2, if not a couple of extra models. So not just one model, but maybe 2 or 3 extra models as well. There are some pros and some cons to that. If you announce now a Model 2, maybe that will cannibalize the Model 3. Could happen. Why should someone buy a Model 3 if, let's say, I don't know, in a year or two? Well, I'd say in a year, because in 2 years, I think someone that wants to buy a Model 3 right now will buy a Model 3 and not wait 2 years to buy a car. Just doesn't make any sense. But if suddenly by some miracle they say, well, in 2024, we're starting to produce those Model 2s, even though I think that's pretty far-fetched, but I've heard some people talk about that, just not the way to go. But on the other side, if Tesla suddenly does announce a Model 2 $20,000 to $25,000 car, I mean, this will break the whole market. This will break the whole industry. This means that Tesla suddenly increases its total addressable market by, well, double or triple what it is today. And this is probably game over, right? Tesla producing that $20,000 to $25,000 car, making it super affordable for the majority of car buyers, is just game over for the rest. But of course, skeptics will say, yeah, fine, but what are the margins? And second of all, when? When will that car hit the road? Because remember, we've had the Cybertruck announcement a long time ago. Tesla Semi took a long time. Of course, the Roadster will take some time as well, but there's no priority there. So of course, time-wise, this will still be a question mark until Wednesday, just a couple of days left, and we'll get all these questions answered. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. What are your expectations for March 1st? Let me know down there. And if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.